Hi everyone, this is Miss Winkler and I wanted to show you how our Canvas page is organized for easy navigation throughout the year. So to get to Canvas on your student's computer, they're going to type in tulsaschools.org/Canvas and it's going to bring them to this page. They would click on the green button and enter their email and password or use their QR code badge that they're going to get at supply distribution this week. As a teacher, I use the blue button and that's what I'm going to use today to show you. So when I click on the teacher, I've already logged in this morning, and so I don't have to enter in my information again, and it brings me up to the dashboard. If for some reason it does not bring you up to the dashboard, you're going to click on the dashboard button here on the side. The dashboard is where all of your courses are loaded. Now, you can see Ms. Winkler's in a lot of courses. Your students are only going to have AM class, math, reading, social studies, and science. And then they will also have this Principal Corners page. The only page that our students need to be working out of is the AM class. I've made this decision to make it much easier on you all to find everything. So while you can see these other courses, we don't need to pay attention to them. So go to AM class, and it brings you to this home page. Now, you're going to see less red stuff on the side, and that's okay. Some of this stuff our students don't use in first grade, and that's why it won't be visible to them. When you come up to the home page, you'll see this, and there's a lot of different buttons. We're going to spend most of our time using the schedule button and the weekly lessons and assignments button. Before I explain what these two are, let's explain what the buttons below are. So below you have different buttons for ESS resources. If your student is an ESS student, they're going to be able to click on this page and see anything that their ESS teacher needs them to use. If that doesn't apply to you, then don't worry about it. The Principal's Corner page is where you can go to get announcements from our principal. I'll click on this button and it takes me to the principal's page. There's Miss Panchu and Miss Rowland, and here's a video you can watch. Since this took us to an external site, you'd click on the arrow to go back. And now you're back on the home page. Our last button up here is EL resources. This is for any student that is an EL student. They'd click on this page and it's going to take them to the EL page. Again, because it is a different site and there's no blue home button at the top, you're going to hit the arrow to get back. As we scroll down, you'll see other buttons. Teacher contact info. That is a slide with information about me and my email. If I need to get back, I click this blue button back. Class rules and expectations. We have these printed in your student supply bags, but it's helpful to have another reference to them. Once I've finished reading them, I can go back to the home page. Leader and me. This is a curriculum our school uses to help develop great leaders, which is your student. Every student can be a leader. You'll see on here is general information. You have my mission statement. I am committed to continuing to learn and grow to best serve all of my students, and I want them to learn in a safe and welcoming environment. You'll see our class mission statement, which is blank right now because our class has not made one yet. And then you'll see the 7 habits. Same thing, when you're finished with this page, click the back button. Web-based resources, we don't have anything linked here yet, but your students are going to have the opportunity as we get started with school to have some really great online websites to use, and that's what they would click on if they want to explore those. Weekly announcements and newsletter. I'm going to be frequently posting announcements, and while they will be posted on Class Dojo, it's also a great place to check out here. So I'd click on this, and if there were announcements, they'd be listed here. Right now, there aren't any announcements, but there's that blue button to get you back to the home page. And then finally, parent information. This has expectations both in English and Spanish for what you're expected to help your student with during online learning. These are also printed in your student distribution packets that are going to go out this week, but I thought it would be really helpful for you to have a separate reference here. And when you're finished with that page, click the blue button back. So these buttons are here for you to explore and check out periodically. These 2 buttons we're using every single day. So the first one is your schedule. And you're going to see it looks really lengthy right now. That's because I have the students' first week of school schedule and their regular schedule posted. I wanted you to know that there's a difference between what we're doing the first week and thereafter, because this first week is really to help you and your students and myself get used to online learning. And so we have less things planned. That way you have time to do that. You'll see each day we have a morning meeting, specials, and offline activities. And that's the same pattern for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. After Wednesday, we add a few more things in. To access what you're supposed to, you'll click on a button if there's a button. And if there's not a button, there's directions on where to find what you're working on. So if I'm supposed to go to my morning meeting with my teacher, I'm going to click on the Zoom button, and it's going to open Zoom. Then I would click open Zoom US, and that would help me get to my meeting. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to show you the rest, but that's what your student would do. Now, because it took you to an external site and there's no blue home page at the top, you would hit the back arrow to get you back. When it's time for your students to go to art on Monday, they're going to hit the specials button, and then they're going to click on art. When they finish, they're going to go back to their home page, and then their last activities for the day are asynchronous or offline activities. And it says there's no button here, that you need to find the activities in the weekly lessons button, which means that I'm going to go back to this home page. And now I'm clicking on the weekly lessons and assignments. And this is going to give me everything I need to know for the week. So it will have some lists of what you're supposed to do, and then your activities are linked here. This is called a module, and things are organized through this. So you would click on different assignments and see what is expected of you. If you need to get back to weekly lessons and assignments, you'll hit the back arrow. Now you're back on this page. And then if you want to go back to the home page, you'll click this. So like I said, the schedule and weekly assignments are what we'll be using most, and these other buttons are here for resources. You only need to work out of the first grade self AM page. Our other courses were developed so I could add things to them for your students to work on, but they're not actually what you're supposed to be using. I hope this makes it more clear for you all. Thanks, and have a great day.